And a 61-year-old Northern Territory police officer has been sacked after printing and distributing offensive shirts. Don't want to get shot? Don't stab a cop. Hashtag Blue Lives Matter. The officer was suspended with no pay in April over the shirts and has now lost his job. The phrase was referring to a fatal police shooting of a 19-year-old man in a remote community. The thing that I come back to on this is that I do think we need respect for the police. And if you are trying to stab a police officer, then you get shot, you get shot. I actually have no problem with the idea he's projecting. The problem is it does come across as racist. And Robbo, I understand the sentiments, because I do believe that if you're coming at and I don't know the details of this case, so I need to separate that from this, because I'm just going to be honest, and I do not know the specific details, and I believe that he's actually being charged with murder and he's going up against the court, so it's not my place to say what did or didn't happen.
Yes, okay. If you've got someone that's running at you with a knife, obviously you have to protect yourself. That's fine. This doesn't need to be said. It doesn't need to be said this way, and it doesn't need to be said in those words. We're dealing with really deep-rooted issues in communities, especially remote communities in Australia.
Yeah, I agree.
Where it's so important as a two-way street. So, yes, a policeman has done the wrong thing, allegedly. We as you said, that it's before the courts. But to then inflame the issue, if you could print that shirt and then on the back of it, detail exactly what happened. For example, had the police been badgering the guy? Had they got a bad personal relationship? All of that, right? So just to say something like that is grossly negligent and not helpful.
I actually agree with you, Robbo. It wasn't necessary. And the guy's copying it, but that's the problem. People do stupid things, and then should their lives be destroyed? This guy's going to be hounded. He's lost his job. We certainly are in the cancel culture, and there's a lot more of that coming in today's episode. Even
you sound like George's Marvelous Medicine trying to make a potion. You're just throwing so many things into this situation. Now you're confused. Like, as in, at the end of the day, this
not confused at all.
No.
You've mentioned cancel culture.
Yes, because the guy has lost his job over printing a T-shirt. Cancel culture. The guy has taken a real legitimate issue of people. Police now are the perpetrators. Whether they're guilty or not, they're seen as guilty before there's even been a trial. To me, and I come back, I'm not confused, mate. I'm telling you, there are a couple of things going on. There is a situation where someone has had a knife with a police officer. As I say, I don't know all the details. But in my mind, police officer has the right to shoot person. That police officer is now being charged with murder. We'll see the results of that. A fellow police officer is printing shirts to say, if you come running at a police officer with a knife, you will get shot. Now, I actually agree with that sentiment. So I'm not sure where you think my confusion is, but I'm understanding there are layers to this. And the problem with being in the Northern Territory is that it has a perception of racism, and it could possibly be racist. But his message is,
this is a story about a T-shirt.
Respect the police, which I agree with.
No, look, but look, you don't print that T-shirt. Like Robbo and I've just said that. Like, you just don't print that T-shirt. Everything you're arguing about is valid. I see where you're coming from, but we're talking about a T-shirt being printed, and that man should have spent maybe 5 more minutes thinking about whether or not he should print those T-shirts. I mean, it's really disrespectful. The case hasn't come to an end, and there's family members that have that someone's son or someone's relative has died, and then someone's made a T-shirt. And at the end of the day, we all know from the history of printing T-shirts like that, it's about humor, it's about joking, and this ain't a joke. Someone's dead. So don't print the T-shirts, and anyone out there that thinks they're going to print a T-shirt that's about someone's death, think again.
I'm going to say something here. I think that possibly, I get your thing about cancel culture, and I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think this is cancel culture. This is being sacked for doing the wrong thing and bringing the police force into disrepute. This is not cancel culture. You are a police officer. You want respect. Then someone in a high position I would like to think, would know that this is not appropriate. So this is not cancel culture. This is something that should have happened.
I think you've swayed me too. All right.
It's the Ben, Rob and Robbo, Ben, Rob and Robbo Show. Ben, Rob and Robbo Show.